Today is a new opportunity to live out your faith in an authentic and real way. We welcome you to Different, a youth devotional that challenges you to live the gospel without fear and to make a difference wherever you are. Join us with Benjamin Jimenez on Radio Sentinelas de Cristo from New Jersey. Let's begin.
Today's title for February 12th, The Man in the Heat. Enoch walked with God and he seen no more, where God took him. I remember as if it was today. I had just left the Central Church in Rio de Janeiro, and when I came across a tall, serious man with ruddy skin and a huge hat on his head to protect himself from the sun. His steps were short, and as if they were at the end of the journey, there was a pastor, Roberto Roballo, former editor of the Voice of Prophecy in Brazil. The first evangelical radio was shown in Brazil. It was the only time I saw him in person. I only had known him from the old vinyl that records of a father's record player. In addition to his variety, the Pastor Rebello was only known for his deep devotion to God. And years later, in 2005 to be precise, I hardly believe the first job at Novo Tempo was the Adventist Brazil radio station, entailed singing and typing in his sermons. But one fact, however, is still fresh in my memory, as in 1996, even before the advent of social media, a big story spread in the Adventist circles of over all Brazil about Pastor Rebello's supposed rapture. Some sources even went so far as to say that they were left in with his slippers, and obviously Pastor Rebello was not transported to heaven, and that had been speculated. This story reminds me of Enoch and the biblical character who was also exemplary, that in his communion with God, Enoch separated himself from the world and loved to spend hours in reflection. And he lived a countercultural life from the customs of the time, while Cain's descendants sought the pleasures of the world, and Enoch was satisfied to walk with God. His friendship was so deep that he even called him to live in his house for good, and Enoch was the first person to have ever had this kind of experience and an extraordinary vision. There I saw the good old Enoch who had been the son when Jesus returned. I believe the Pastor Rebello was resurrected, and just like that, he will ascend to heaven. There he will not wear a hat but a beautiful crown, and this also applies to you and me. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for sharing this time with us. May today's message inspire you to live your faith with courage and to be different in a world that truly needs it.